And I want to ask, as a society, how does this whole case change the way we see parenting, we see the vulnerable? I mean, Theresa, your thoughts on how this case is in the minds of a lot of people right now?
I think that most people are understandably shocked and saddened by what they have learned or read. The impact of this case, I mean, I hope it's that there will be, better or stronger processes to prevent a repeat of such a tragedy. But beyond that, I also think that we need also a mindset change of sorts, a cultural change of sort, because I think, especially for agencies in child protection work, it cannot be just about a case and somebody's job or somebody's KPI. I think there needs to be a greater sense of shared ownership, shared responsibility of this shared mission to keep children safe, and where people look out for one another and the children under their care. And I think that this culture needs to be strengthened. How to do it, I don't know. But I just at the top of my head, I feel that ABCs have to be looked at. I coined this lah. Okay, so basically, I feel that in many areas we have to check our assumptions, our blind spots, and our concerns. As Siew Fong said, right? I mean, assumptions could be really dangerous in child protection work because, like as you pointed out, you can't even fathom how some people can intentionally hurt their children. So those assumptions must be checked out, and blind spots, I don't think I have to explain that, and also concerns must be heard and addressed, and especially if there are differing views on how to handle the case. I think which came up in Megan's case. So those must have be given the space and attention to address all those. So I think it's also calls for a cultural change in the way agencies are managed as well. Yeah.
Maybe to add on to this, because I can see that there's a lot of public attention and maybe a lot of anger and sadness. Yeah.
And I think understandably
yes, and I think
so.
And I think yes. And I think this is in a way it's just a good sign for us, because it doesn't mean that if we are complacent, if we think that things can just let it be. No, that's why a mindset change. Because it's like how. So if we garner this energy, because anger can also get us to say, can we do something constructive about this, right? And that's how PAVE started, right? It started because of the anger, that my boss had about how can children suffer like this? How can women or any vulnerable family members suffer like this? And also we also look at, hey, there are person who hurt. They also want to be supported and they also need help as well.
Yes.
Right? That's why we turn all this anger and sadness into something constructive to say, we want to come together and do something about it. And I think because I read about this public interest about this, and I'm glad that people are there wanting to do something. So we can be the eyes, in the community for each other. We can be the lifeline, for the vulnerable out there. Yeah. So thanks for also having this podcast today, to be talking something about this topic that is so close to heart. Yeah.
I mean, for me, I'm not in the sector. I don't have kids, but even reading like the report was very difficult because she's a kid. She's 4. She has no advocacy. She cannot she cannot fight her parent. Where she couldn't fight her mom. And she tried to voice it out by telling her grandma in some sense, or the teacher, but. I don't know. I mean, I just hope that nobody forgets Megan and we just, do better for the vulnerable in our society.